If someone just sees Flop walking around here, it's fucking over. I was kind of hoping somebody was going to be around, though. Damn, dude. Damn, dude. What does Flop have? What could we grab? What's something that's... I'm trying to think of Flop's past with TJ. What's something sentimental that he could grab? Yeah, I'm thinking the cigar is probably the best thing. A poison book? You guys are ridiculous. What is Flop riding? I don't know if Flop's gonna actually write something. Thinking about it now, I don't think Flop would write something while there's an active investigation, but he would leave it. He would leave something. We know that one person's around, but we don't know if everyone's around. Probably who you think it is. I'm off duty.
Why are you here?
If you could believe me, I wanted to come pay respects. I don't know if you guys have something set up. You could search me. I'm not.
No, I believe it.
You guys have something set up somewhere I could leave something?
No. Not that I know of yet, anyway.
What if I give you something?
You can.
Am I okay to come in, or do you want me to wait?
Yeah, you can come in.
I was looking through to see who was around, see if I could call somebody. I didn't see that.
I don't think you're gonna do much if you did.
How many subs to say DJ was a bear? Fuck. How you doing? You know what?
I'm here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have to answer that. That's fine. I've been off duty for a while. I actually had a very long conversation with Richard. I know he came by and dropped off I think a notebook, some flowers and stuff.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I find myself thinking about TJ and our past. And I know we had our ups and downs, but I felt it was only right, and I feel like we kind of came to amends a lot of maybe confusion we had in our past, and I'd say that we were actually on a good track. It more bothers me to think that I don't I didn't even know that he was on the board, and I think that's what I feel worst about, is not knowing. And of course, it's the afterthought of regrets. It's not. It's never the in the moment. It's always what I could have done before. But
Good.
do you mind if I ask you a question? It's not gonna come back or
Sure.
anything. I'm not.
And come inside.
All right. This is flops in. Jesus. Sorry.
You don't like it?
It's not that I don't like it. It's just very interesting. Oh, I don't like that.
You really gonna tell me what you don't like standing in here?
I could talk shit about hair. I'm not known for good hair.
I don't think you can talk shit in here no matter what. What do you want to ask me?
I haven't spoken to I should say I haven't had a chance to speak to Ziggy. Is he doing okay?
About as okay as all of us, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of where I suspect that being. I know he wants to talk to me. I just haven't had a chance to see him, unfortunately. And I would love to sit here and say that I'm patient. But my family does not know exactly how well he's doing. And there's no one else I could think of other than respectfully his family to ask about it. Because I wanted to talk to him last night. I don't know. Maybe I'm overstepping. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm a little over my head here. But it's amazing for me to look at both sides and know that there's differences between families. And regardless of disagreements, we'll say, on both ends of the aisle, I had a lot of respect for TJ. And based on watching him from both sides and having a very long, I guess, uh, I guess you could call it a conversation. It wasn't really a talk. It was more of a conversation. I actually respected his initial reason to walk away from, I guess we'll say for sake of, I guess, argument, my side of life. To the point where he almost convinced me. But I don't know. I'm I'm sorry if I'm intruding. I'm sorry if I'm impeding. I'm not trying to.
I brought you in here.
I know.
And you're just asking if he's okay. You're not. You're not overstepping. If you're overstepping, I would have told you to fuck off. So.
We haven't gotten that far yet. Hopefully. I didn't know what to get to leave to kind of put down. I had a cigar that I was keeping for a special occasion, and I don't feel like it was in my interest to have it myself. Whether it be one of you guys or it's left in some memoriam, I would rather you guys have it. But I'm sorry.
When did he try and convince you?
Years
So,
ago. Many years ago, yeah. This was a while ago. I saw him on the side of the road, and I remember I was on duty. And I saw him. I was looking for a suspect, actually, down at the... It wasn't even at the Billy. It was on the beach. And I asked him, I said, why'd you do it? And I don't want to paraphrase his reasoning, because I don't want to misquote him. But the long and short of it was that he saw a bottleneck in a very corrupt system. And I couldn't even tell you how he explained it, but the way that he worded it almost had me convinced that I was going to do the same thing. And I remember thanking him for his time. And I remember having a very long 48 hours thinking about what my next moves are going to be. And I can't really sit here and tell you he was wrong either. was I watched an entire government go against its citizens. And I don't want to say he was right, but his compelling argument was absolutely accurate. And I can't really sit here and tell you that I trust our current government either.
I mean, we're at a point where council meetings get breached. Your police department is more torn apart than I've ever seen it.
Yeah, no, that's not even worth being sarcastic about. That's a fact.
That is a fact. Like, I don't know. I don't think there's much point in even talking about it. I think we're both aware that I don't think the government or the police department has any control. Don't have the numbers, don't have the equipment, don't have the presence. Because people have the they have the balls to go into a town hall meeting or council meeting and think, you know, we can fight our way out of it. So,
Well,
I don't tell people like that how to waste their lives if they choose to fight for that.
yeah. I tell everybody the same thing. I tell cadets this. I tell everybody this. And I remind people that it's not the politically correct way of conducting. It's not the politically correct way of viewing. I'm not a great officer, and I would even go as far as to say I'm not a great leader. The reason I'm not great is because that little oath that we all take, that little speech we all say, is compelled under the value of that badge. And I tell everybody that if you consider following it to a T, you will fail. You need to know what there is to take away from it, but you also need to know what there is to kind of bring to the table. And a lot of the things that I bring to the table do not follow that oath. Yeah, people go around and say, "Oh, Flop, he's a great cop." And I think the only reason people do that is because I treat them like a human being. Because I understand that everybody has a different walk of life. And people do things and make decisions that are not conventional to what the PD may consider a standard.
Might be a time for a different line of work.
I'm gonna say
Job
not.
or not, you're putting you're telling me a lot of what you bring to the table, you can't put behind that badge. You have to do it a different way, or you have to, by you being yourself, you say you're a bad cop or not a good cop, whatever. Why do it?
Because I love proving people wrong. I like proving people differently. When everybody says that I can't, I show them that I can. And not only can I
Yeah,
show them that I can, but I mean, Sean, I've been doing this for years.
I'm aware. That's more my point. You don't need to be behind a badge to prove people wrong. You prove them wrong by being yourself and treating people like people. Why drag a department and that badge along with you when they don't deserve it? Because in reality, this government doesn't deserve good cops. That PD doesn't deserve good cops. Doesn't deserve good people. Not for them to waste their time, waste their life, risk their life.
That job means a lot more to me than that job means on paper. That job is the reason I ever got to know Ziggy. That job is the reason why I ever got so close to my family. That job's the reason why I've made the close connections that I have, and that job is the reason why I've become so friendly, at least in my past, with groups, because they knew that they could trust that not all cops are the same walk of life.
I'll give you that one.
My reasons weren't personal. That I'll give you. But to answer your question, maybe not today, but I'm sure at some point soon. Maybe sooner, maybe later, but who knows?
I guess I'll put something a certain way, right? And there's probably more similarities in it than I want to give it credit. You say all these cops put their integrity or what behind the badge, right? And I mean, right there, you said like by being yourself, you can't hold up what that badge means fully to exactly what it means, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I put everything I have behind a patch And I never doubt for a second. I don't have to change anything about myself. Nobody in, I'm not going to say in this club, in a club, has to change fundamental parts about themselves. And not all of them are vicious, vindictive, whatever, killers, torturers, treasonous, terrorists, whatever we're going to call it. Some people who will have a patch on their back will do nothing but treat people like human beings.
It's funny to me to think how many people don't realize the almost scary correlation there is between a police department and a I'll just say a group in this case. But fundamentally, foundationally, we to some degree operate the same. And I think people forget that.
That's where people's morals come into it and mess it all up.
Sure.
You're not wrong. I'm fully aware of it.
It's funny, I was telling Richard, we were driving down from Polito, I gave him a ride down to go to work. And I told him, I said, it's very funny to me to think that somehow out of every group I have had to have run-ins with, or I've had to have conversations with, when I look at the BBMC and I talk with them, the first thing on my mind isn't a conversation. The first thing on my mind is who's pulling who's pulling a gun first, who's pulling the trigger first. When I look at other groups, I think, okay, who's going to be the one to reach first? And I've never doubted you guys. Yeah, we're on two walks of life, but I've never I probably have the most respect for you guys out of anybody. And I don't think that's by bias. I just think when I actually look at it on paper, I don't feel anything negatively compelling with you guys. Obviously, the actions and things that you do are going to differ from my beliefs, but that doesn't change the fact that I have a lot of respect for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Can't promise I'll stay like that, but
Yeah. I mean, it probably won't. And I know that. I've unfortunately and fortunately I've had a lot of run-ins with my own investigations with groups, and I understand operation-wise what they look like. It changes, and I respect that. Anyway, I don't want to overextend my stay. I don't know what you want to do with this. I don't know if you want to leave it somewhere, if you guys plan on doing something. I was saving it for a special occasion, and I feel like it's worth more in your hands than it is mine.
Okay. Well, to answer your first question, Ziggy's fine. As fine as any of us. And considering that he is helping the entirety of the club with what has happened, he's doing as well as he probably can.
I appreciate that. Just keep an eye out on him. Make sure he's okay. I want to talk to him at some point, but as you could probably imagine, we don't cross paths very often.
No. I'll let him know.
I appreciate it. I got my car parked outside. I'll find my way out.
All right. I'll walk out anyway.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and don't talk shit about the throne. Andy made it, and I'll tell her.
Yeah, I got no word on the throne.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful throne. I love it. You gotta be fucking kidding me. God damn it. Well, I guess I'm gonna go run for my car.
See you, Flop.
Take care, Sean. $5 says this doesn't turn over. Oh, thank God. That was nice in a mildly tense way. A Flop is an outcast in the PD's eyes because as negative as that may sound, Flop loves his job and loves the PD. He loves what he does. He has a lot to thank for the PD that if it wasn't for it would not have given him the opportunities that he's been given. But at the same time, Flop's very, 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 very first investigation when he was hired, if you guys remember, was the blooding out of the Vagos. And at a very early point, Flop had to learn, because nobody was necessarily assisting him with the investigation. Nobody, to Flop as a character, had the opportunity to help him understand and facilitate, I guess, the cop mindset. And when he said he wanted to look into the Vagos and the blooding out and the murder of Chino, the first time he ever experienced something so severe on duty that it affected him, it was the negative connotation with seeing a family member die and seeing the way that it affected an entire gang organization like the Vagos. Henceforth, why Flop became very close with Seaside. Henceforth, why Flop became very open and understanding with people, and henceforth, why understanding that there's two walks of life. And it's very interesting to see how this is probably one of the very first few times since 4.0 Flop has seen the same correlation that happened that started off his career in 3.0. The Vagos investigation was the most impactful like mindset for Flop, and Flop has seen the way that some criminals are treated, and I mean, Flop as a cop he's really not the same like kind of cop that a lot of people are in the PD, and some of that's to do with just who he is as a character, but a lot of it is to do with what he understands and knows. And he understands and knows that everybody has a job to do. Flop understands that he takes a risk taking the job, but he also understands that people who are in these groups are in them for their reasons, and understands that while Sean may be in a different path in life, he still follows a moral that's very similar to what Flop follows. There's a lot of parallels with the PD and with how Flop views the ADMC. And it's very interesting to think that Sean and Flop can share a relatable moment with somebody while they stand on two different sides of the road. It's a very interesting like kind of character development, and I think the important thing to kind of touch up on and harp on real quick is that Flop loves his job. He absolutely loves it. He absolutely loves being a cop, and he absolutely loves doing what he's always done. The only negative connotation that comes with that is that because that's not the norm for every cop, and cops have this negative vision on them, Flop is essentially by perspective, the way that things are viewed, he's kind of an outcast. Even if that's not like a negative thing, he's still viewed as a different cop for that, right? But because he's viewed differently, the people that see it the most are the people that you interact with and that you see, right? So while everybody sees a cop, they also see, you know, oh hey, Flop, that he's my favorite cop. He's the good one. But realistically, Flop's not doing anything special. He's just treating everyone like a human being. And that's not to say people don't treat people like human beings, but Flop's a lot more lenient than most cops. Is that perspective amplified now that Ziggy is a part of that other side of things? No, Flop kind of knows. He always understood. Flop has a personal attachment to Ziggy, right? Flop has a very personal attachment to how how do I say this? Flop understands what comes with the responsibility that comes with how he feels and how Ziggy is, you know, managing and going through. But at the same time, Flop does feel a little bit of concern, as he knows and understands the risk that comes with his position, and knows that there is a lot of fear with that thought. Doesn't mean that he hates him for it. It just means that there's a little bit more there. But I don't want to spoil too much about how Flop feels about Ziggy with the ADMC, because I know that in the next probably week or two, or even coming, you know, days, there's chances that Ziggy could change a lot as a character. And I think that there's a lot that could happen with Flop as a character that I don't want to say could change, but I'd rather not spoil sort of you know, the character's thought process, and I'd rather that be kind of given more authentically to when it happens. Yeah, Flop very much is a personal gain cop. He's not, and it's the reason why he won't take command anymore. He's telling everybody that, you know, he feels like he's where he should be, but the reality is Flop does not want to be given any more responsibility within the PD. He does not, and granted, this is inherently a character trait, but Flop as a character would not seek out leadership anymore. The only way he would ever seek out leadership again is if the Rangers were to come back as a department. But I'm gonna say this because it's so far like down the road that I think it's okay to say this. The piece of the Ranger thing that Flop has not talked about, and I haven't even talked about, is that the only stipulation that Flop would take is that he would build up the Rangers, build up the department, find the people who are passionate, and pick a new game warden, and would step down to a base ranger position, not even a senior, just a base ranger position. Flop has a vision for the Rangers and wants to be the one to help guide its path, but outside of that, Flop has no interest in leading it all the way through. He never does. So there's your little bit of Ranger meta for you, but that is inherently sort of the path for Flop, is that he will always love his job and he will always do the best that he can and make the right calls when he needs to, but at the same time, he's not the envisioned leader that people may view him as. Because even though he knows he can do the job, and Flop damn well knows he can do the job, he's not going to do it. So, but yeah. Also, I missed a brand new sub in the middle of that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't know who I missed. I'll try and go back up and find it real quick. But thank you for the brand new tier 1. I appreciate you. Who was it? Fuck, I don't even know who it was, man. Thank you for all the follows and everything. Let me try and find it. Where's my Streamlabs? Sarah, thank you for the brand new tier 1. I appreciate you. How you doing? Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I think we learned a lot about, I'll tell you what, I haven't talked a lot about Flop in 4.0. And I've been telling a lot of my chat and a lot of my community that, you know, one day you'll see a lot of this come out. And I think today might be one of the first few occasions Flop has really expressed like real feeling. Is there a chance that Flop could be talked into joining the ADMC? I don't know. I don't know. The Dark Rose Family has become like a spin-off show for the ADMC viewers and is honestly such good RP. Isn't it? I think it's very interesting parallels. Honestly, the biggest surprise out of all of it, I think, for Flop was that Dark seems very open to the ADMC. Like, shockingly open to the ADMC. To the point where he's sort of... I mean, I'd have to imagine even from the viewer POV, it's like, damn, Dark, like, fuck. It's funny. There are things that I would love to tell you, but you will find out about Flop probably very soon. Seeing the morals of the Dark Roads family intertwined with the AMC is really enjoyable. I don't necessarily want the two to combine, but seeing them get along is really cool. It's very cool. There's something that is very special about the Dark Roads family from a roleplay stance. Every single one of the people that kind of is a participant in the Dark Roads family, we are all very, very, very like RP first. And I love that. They're not a big family. It's not like, oh, a family that's got 37,000 people in it. It's like 5. And it's only 5. But it's also been 5 or less for, you know, years. Really cool to see. No, definitely. Soon to be 6 Maple. I mean, Maple's good at being very emotional toward his RP. He's great. Ooh, Jackie's around. Nobody. Hi, Jackie. Jackie gonna kill somebody. Now, dude, I laughed at my ass. I didn't get a chance to say it. I'm sorry, I cannot take this talk serious and still imagine the fucking banana hat. No, don't worry. The banana hat's gone. It's gone. Don't worry. It's gone. I got rid of it. So it's okay. You can go back to thinking freely now. Snow's not even live. I actually saw he tweeted out that he was taking the day off. Did I make that? Did I make that banana gift for nothing? No, it's amazing. I actually, Brand, I would honestly. I mean, you let me know. I would love to. I'd love to pay you to use it. Ooh, sorry. I tried to stop.
You good?
Oh my God, Jesus.
You good?
I apologize.
I'm just happy I didn't fucking run you over.
I appreciate it. I would absolutely add that to stream. There ain't no fucking way. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Yourself, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
What can I get you?
Tell you what, I'll take 3 combos.
Yeah, no worries.
If you want to, feel free to ring it up for like 6 though. Honestly, the fact that you're the only shop open here, I'd love to do nothing but support you.
Our prices are quite expensive as it is. If you just want to swipe the card for that.
What's that?
Our prices are quite expensive as it is to make up for the fact that we're the only ones open, if I'm honest. So.
I mean, I'm giving you the opportunity. If you wanna run a triple on it, I'd love to support you guys if it would help you out.
All right, I'll put it through. There you go. If you want to swipe your card.
Yeah, absolutely. There you
Thank
go.
very much. I do appreciate it.
Absolutely, my man. Thank you for just being open and helping out. You're doing more than you know of. Trust me.
Trying.
Thank you so much. You take care. Be safe.
Taking help.
Can I get two combos? I have 300.
Yeah, nah, dude. If there's gonna be one shop open, dog, you better run a fucking double on my order. What the hell? Holy shit. He's doing more than people realize. Supportive flop. Yeah. With my full go ahead to do so. Did you have a watermark on it that I noticed? Or I don't.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, what's up?
Can I interview you? Would that be okay?
Sure.
Wait a minute. Your voice sounds very familiar.
Maybe?
What is your name, sir?
Flop.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Is he famous? Is he a celebrity?
Wait, do I know you?
Flop. My name's Regina Bunny.
Oh my god, Regina?
Flop.
Jesus, I haven't seen you in no bullshit like
Ever.
6 years.
I
It's
know.
got Oh my god, how have you been?
I've been all right. I've been pretty good, actually. That's amazing. What are you doing now?
I'm still with the PD. I'm spending some time off duty.
Oh,
I went to go see some family up in Polito, and
very cool.
now I'm grabbing food. But I'd love to help you with your interview.
Well, I'm actually showing this gentleman here how to do interview. He's
Oh.
new to the city and he doesn't know news reporting, so I
Interesting.
figured I'd show him how to do it.
All good. What's your name, brother?
Yeah, I'm Benny Binglethorn. Pleasure to meet you.
Benny, you said?
Yeah, Benny Binglethorn.
Hey, Benny, good to meet you. My name's Flop. It's a pleasure. Mr.
Yeah, pleasure
Binglethorn.
to meet you too.
Awesome.
Really wholesome seeing you two see each other again. After
This
so
is
long.
like the
Oh,
parallels is incredible. Regina, I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, well, I was going to school out of state and that's done. So yeah, I'm back.
You're back. Okay, perfect. No, that's amazing.
Yeah, I went to go get a doctorate because who needs more degrees? Woo!
No, absolutely. Listen, a doctorate's good though. Come on. That's a good one. Congratulations though.
Yeah,
That's
both of you are,
amazing.
Like really smart.
Yeah, well, I was a therapist here. Years
why
ago.
are you-
Years and years and years ago.
Why are you a news reporter when you've got a doctorate?
Because I want to learn what's going on in the city again. I've been so out of touch. So
Oh,
that's why.
fair.
There's a lot to learn. I'll give you that much. It's been a very interesting time. Let me pass you my number real quick. Feel free to text me. Here you go.
Please.
Absolutely.
Also, by the way, I've been hearing a lot of interesting stuff like clowns versus mimes at one point.
Oh yeah, the great clown versus mime war happened. Mimes also apparently don't have any rights at all.
Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with this city?
A lot.
Oh yeah. When I told you about don't call the old man old, I meant that.
Oh,
That is a
Well,
thing.
yeah,
Mr.
the other
Zuckerberg?
guy said that I should
Yes.
run on site for those three. So
yeah. Don't ever call Mr. Zuckerberg old. That's a telltale for murder.
But the thing
was
is
told to
how
avoid
old is he
Twitter.
now? Like he is like ancient, right?
I think I saw
Don't tell him
him.
I said that.
No. I mean, he had a cameo in a movie recently.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was.
So he's still running around?
Yeah, I mean, he had a cameo. He played this guy called Gandalf in a movie.
Okay, that sounds
Can't
like
play
pretty fitting
Gandalf.
in a way.
Yeah.
It's like the wizard or something.
Oh my goodness. So it's really good to see you. I also heard a nightmarish thing that has been scaring me a lot.
What do you got?
That
I wanna-
Fred is doing toe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that scared me. I asked if he matured any, and they were like, "What do you mean by matured?" And I was like, "Never mind."
I want
know
you guys to
exactly
know
what
that
you
while
mean by
some of
that."
you are like, "Oh wow,
So,
whatever,"
yeah.
I've known
Fun times.
Regina since I got whitelisted in 2.0.
But,
I haven't seen her since like
I'm
2.0.
so glad to see you. I just can't believe that I got to see you today, Flop. So
I know. I'm shocked, to be honest. I couldn't tell you. Like that's honestly, I'm
Yeah.
sort of speechless, to be honest.
well, I'm gonna say this: not too many people know that I moved back. The only people who have given me kind of like a really warm welcome is Solomon Searson and Natalia, the doctor. So not too many people know that I'm here.
I got you. I mean, do you want me to let people know and pass your number along and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you could totally be like, hey, if people need therapy again, Or just don't tell. I don't know if Slim's back, but don't tell Slim. That's the only person I don't.
I
want
haven't
to know
seen
that I'm back.
Slim, and I'll be honest. I kind of hope I never see that man
No.
again.
Okay, good. I thought you were gonna say
that's
I would
fucked
love
up.
to see him.
No.
Oh no! If you knew. Good God, if you knew.
Alabaster Slim was a very kind, nice man who
Uh-huh.
did no wrong.
Dude, he must be around somewhere.
Uzi, thank you for the brand new tier 1. I appreciate you.
If you see a pink car,
Thank you.
and it's ran by a man,
Alright.
run for the hills. Holy hummus, run
Okay,
for the
so
hills.
Can I add that to my list of old men to avoid?
No, he's not old. He's
Okay.
young, but run.
He's young and violent.
Because I still don't know what two of those old men look like.
If you see, God, how do I explain this? Big, large fur coat.
Yeah. Yep.
What else? I mean,
Usually pink man in
he
pink.
kind of walks a little bit like
Not pink.
this. He kind of he has a little stride in his step.
Yes.
All right.
If you see a guy that does that and he's very loud and screams and has a really shitty thin mustache, run.
Yep.
Okay.
And also just keep in mind, because of I feel the PTSD kicking in. All of the
Uzi, thank you. I
things I've
appreciate
had happen with him is he can shoot you from afar, he can shoot you up close, and
don't
he
wanna get
will
shot.
kidnap you
Well,
if he
I
needs
don't
to.
get kidnapped either.
I'm just saying, he has done it. He has done it to me plenty
I
of
like
times.
this guy. Why is he not in jail?
the same reason why
Yeah.
your mayor is an ex-terrorist.
Wait, what?
What the hell? We have a terrorist for a mayor?
Ex-terrorist.
Oh, right. I mean, do you ever really stop being a terrorist? I feel like once you've done terrorism, that's kind of it. You're a terrorist.
Yeah, and then a government collapses, and then a newfound built government where Max Thoroughbred is elected as mayor for a second term now.
See, so I
Wait,
have
so
been
he
out
got
of the loop,
He's
though.
a terrorist and he got a second term?
Yeah, yep.
Mhm.
Ex-terrorist, but yeah.
The fuck?
And also,
Oh,
just
wait.
keep in mind that elections here can cause bodily harm.
I'm sorry, what?
Depending on who you vote for, the sheriff election seemed pretty tough. A lot of people were kind of mudslinging, but with passion, lots and lots of passion on Twitter.
I don't like passion.
I don't
like,
know if you want that
Is this
kind of
like
passion.
bad passion? Like angry, like Redditor passion?
Maybe. But I will say though, you will definitely find the city very interesting because there's lovable people, and then there's also a lot of maniacs.
I can't believe
From what I
Well, like,
remember.
I've
still
run
need to know what
into
those two old men
Chris.
look like. I didn't know.
I really,
Sorry, I'm joking.
Jesus, you good?
Sorry, I should cover my mouth, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
you probably should.
Sorry. What the fuck was I saying?
Old
Brain damage.
men.
I
You
like
were
I was
you were
telling
asking about old
I
men.
still
Oh,
can't
yeah.
believe I
Do you
couldn't
know
tell
what
you the
two
last
old
time I
men-
saw
well, two of
Regina.
the three old men look like. She got one covered, but I need to know what the other two look like.
The other two.
Yeah, she told me about this
Yeah.
guy called Eugene. I didn't even know about that one, but someone earlier. See, I got attacked by an old man. He was a local, and when I told someone, they were like, "Oh yeah, was it one of these two?" And they gave me two names, James Randall and I don't know what the fuck the second guy's name was. Began with O. It was like some foreign shit.
Osvaldo?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
the
I don't
one.
know that one.
What the fuck do they look like? I don't see what the point of telling someone to run is if you don't describe the person.
Just run from
What
all
the
old
heck?
people, then you're safe.
That's true, actually.
The thing is that when you get old, typically you slow down. Though for whatever reason, people move here and decide that when they get old, this is retirement and they have nothing to lose, and they go apeshit. All the intrusive thoughts that they had just come to light.
Avoid all old people. Got it. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't
That's,
really
that's,
need
that's
ideas for
honestly
that.
a pretty healthy take, to be honest. As crazy as that may sound, that's actually like not a over the top like disrespectful
There's
take.
no man over there. I just sprint in the other direction.
Oh yeah, no, seriously, like I hate to say this, but in Los Santos you don't really see too many old people. So when they do show up, you know to run. So you should be
Right.
good. I mean, seriously, I think old people might